Warm welcome. This is the 19th of November 2024. You're listening to Marcus Termin and it's about astrology. The moon is in the sign of Cancer, the sun is in the sign of Scorpio, and we do have the grand water trine in between Sun, Moon and Saturn up there. That's the basic situation, and I put out the chart for Pluto when it will this evening 9:30 leave Capricorn for good and enter the sign of Aquarius. Now if we think about Pluto in the sign of Aquarius, we will have to think about what was the opposite position when Pluto was in the sign of Leo. When Pluto was in the sign of Leo, I'm gonna show another chart. This is the chart of the bombing of Hiroshima. And you see we had a Pluto-Sun connection, we had the connection of the Moon and Saturn, and we had the connection of Mars and Uranus in the sign of Gemini at that time. The south node of today, it's not easy to be seen here, is just conjuncting here, it's up there, it's just conjuncting the position of Neptune and Chiron of the Hiroshima bombing. Now Neptune and Chiron, Neptune is borderless, you know, and Chiron is hurting borderless, and Jupiter's not far away of that, you know, so you see that is something. Now, even the moon, that's the reason why I show the chart. Actually, the moon was in the sign of Cancer as it is today. And so we got to do some thinking about that. When I put out this chart just by chance, you even see that the point of the rising sign, the so-called ascendant, you know, just touched the sun of the Hiroshima blow up in the very magical location where I do my videos from, which is, in my opinion, the magical center of the world itself. Prague. I'm talking about Prague. And, well, that's basically the situation. If we have Pluto entering the sign of Aquarius, you know, and let's have a look at what is going to happen tonight and tomorrow and the 2 days after. We get the opposite energy of that Hiroshima blow up thing up there. That means the old world is crawling up and trying to do the same thing again. It's obviously that both parties that are involved in those ongoing wars, especially the one in the middle of Europe, don't have no interest in de-escalation. They don't have no interest. They are just working up a scheduled program. You know, those are puppets. Those are politicians that are set in the front to roll out a program that others have thought for them. Now, the most important point for me today is, especially with this feeling Cancer moon up there, we are not on the brink of the age of some mass gatherings again. You know, those Pluto in Leo folks, those Rolling Stone folks, you know, this is over. You know, they dominated the 20th century and a big period of the 21st century, but actually this with Pluto and Aquarius will be over. The idea of mass gatherings of rock bands in some stadiums and stuff like that, you know, those are ideas of anti-individualistic thinking and living, and we are not on the brink of, to say it again, new mass gathering ideas, but the opposite. We are going into the age of individualism. And having said that, it would be easy to give out predictions like, oh, when the sun will be in opposite to the sun of Hiroshima, we're going to see another big nuclear event. In my opinion, it's all on us. It's on us to change the consciousness in the sense of a, in a big number of people, but not in the masses, and I think actually this is really happening today. Yeah, so there's some hope in this, if we just had the development ongoing with the old forces and the old consciousness that led to the situation, I would be afraid to say, boop, I don't see a chance to avoid it. But this is actually not the case. We are in an individualistic development. And also one point of hope is out there. A lot of people say, well, it's not a democracy, it's an oligarchy. You can't be president without investing billions, and all that is true. But then, on the other hand, we had this assassination attempt, and a lot of people say if the deep state wouldn't have him on this chair, they wouldn't let him. But maybe the miracle happened and they failed. It's not over yet because they try anything to hold their chairs, but maybe they just failed, and that means especially a little bit, democracy still has a value, still has a hold on to people. And this means prediction like, atomic war is not avoidable, is a prediction of the old, within the old spirit. I would be wrong doing a prediction like that. The new spirit is to say, no, we're not going to predict anything, we're going to change the future. Hope you get the idea. And this is my take for Pluto and Aquarius today. Let's plant an apple tree. We are closer to apocalypse than ever. Let's plant apple trees. Oh, forgot about that. In case you want to get in contact, choose this mail address up there. Down here at my blog site, you'll find the conditions for a consultation.